BC Power in the bag video. Promised this to you guys for a long time. It's probably not going to be Perkins quality editing. You know, we're just going to shoot it straight. You know, the one take wonder here. Unless I'm putting. And you know, first of all, I've got the pound bag camo, so nobody can see me on the course. Of course, beautiful bag. A little Vibram mini marker sits in the front pocket. It's actually a little thin, so sometimes it slides out, but I don't think that's the bag's fault. Start with the putters. Used a Discraft Banger for many years, and a Wizard. It's a big fan of the Wizard, but recently I've moved on and been putting with some PA3s. We have a 300 plastic and a 200 plastic. I mainly putt with the 200. They fly about the same. I can use them to drive. They got good grip. Then I have a classic Champion Rock. I have two of these, very special. I don't make them anymore. Primarily use this for turbo putts, which I do quite a bit of. I'm trying to do less of lately. Putt's getting better, backhand putt's getting better, so the turbo is not used as much, but within 10 feet, the old bing bang, you know what I'm saying? And I never really putt with the Nova, but it's a fun disc, it's pretty. Proxy, are we're gonna interrupt every few minutes or what? Great for upshots, so highly recommend. Just put a little hyzer line and just holds it. Let's move to mid-ranges. I did sort of reshuffle my bag a little bit, didn't change disc types, just changed out the discs. Yeah, just one really. That's a KC Pro Rock. Got a bunch of these. I switch them out with ones I care about less if I think I'm going to lose them. But I put Shamrock back in the bag for this in the bag. Always got a buzz. I've been using this for about 10 years. Roxy. I got a whole bunch of different buzzes. This one's been working for me right now. Doesn't even have my name or number on it, so if I lose it, oh well. This is a beautiful disc. A Rock 3 tournament stamp from my 2 home courses in Gainesville, Florida. A local tournament there called the Chain Hawk Open. A couple Chain Hawks on that. Flies super nice. Love it. No name and number on it. I should do that. And then I have a little overstable. It's a Crystal Drone. Use this to flick primarily, or if I need to S it, I probably need a mid-range that's a little bit more stable than this in my bag. Sometimes I'll put a Gator or something like that, but this does the job for the most part. Let's move on to, I guess what we have here is more understable. We'll do that. Got a Champ Beast. Threw this back in the bag, but I've had it in there for probably 3-5 years. Can really slice through the woods. Go fast. Pretty much holds a line. Love the Beast. Got a Gummy Valkyrie, which I've been a huge fan of. It was a special on the Nova factory store, but I throw it quite a bit. Goes very straight. Good grip. A Pro Valkyrie. I think it's almost an essential disc. I probably have 5 of them. Very easy when you're losing some power on your game. You got some weird stuff going on. You throw the Pro Valkyrie, it just cruises. Classic. I usually have an Eagle in my bag. I don't right now. I have a bunch on the wall. My first disc was an Eagle. I got a couple Pro Bosses. Actually like the Pro Plastic a lot. This one has a little grippy feel to it. This one's a little harder. This one probably flies. Roxy. Jesus. This one probably flies the farthest in my bag. Get pretty good S's off of this one. Got this one up in just north of Dallas. It's a tournament stamp. Sella Ranch, apparently the #1 course in America, right? Probably an hour east of Dallas. I believe it's a crystal nuke. Flies far and fast. Put a little S on it. Sometimes I crash it over. That makes me upset when I do that, but I really like it. If I can throw it right, it almost goes as far as my Pro Boss. G-Star Katana. I got an ace with one of these. Good story about that, but was a fan of it ever since then. My buddy Beast had one of these. He just learned how to play. We had a little distance competition of throwing over a fence in a softball field, and I failed 10 times in a row, and he had one of these and never used one before, and he just threw his first shot over the fence, and I really have not liked him ever since. So I had to get one and not let him beat me up until this point in our lives. Got a Thunderbird. This is a kind of an overstable, fairway driver. Great for S's. I know what it's going to do quite a bit. Kind of use it for about 250. Trying to get some good control and not throw it too hard. We got some overstables, and this is where I start to flick a little bit. Oh, I do have a Echo Star Boss. I throw this quite a bit. It comes in and out of my bag, and then when I see it, I throw it back in there. Very reliable, tight S, a little stable, so I can put some juice on it and it comes back for me. These are my flick discs. Well, let me hold on the flick discs. Just got this new Pro Destroyer. It's beautiful. Relatively overstable, so I know what it's going to do, and I can put a lot of juice on it. I hit too many trees, and I won't be able to use it anymore. One of my favorite discs of all time is a Wraith. I usually have a few in my bag. Right now, this may be the only one. This is a stamp from a yearly disc golf trip that we do. We played down in the Fort Lauderdale area. I got a couple stamps, a Firebird with a stamp like this too, but pretty overstable. You can pretty much just put a crush on it. It's usually going to finish left for me. Then I have a Firebird, Champ Firebird. If I'm not trying to put too much on it, I can turn this one over into the ground, but it's a good flick disc for me, or a good skip hyzer, and it's beautiful. And then I have a Champ Boss, which I did some mediocre artwork on. I flick with one finger, but I can probably put this about 350, maxing it out. Flies very fast, very stable. If I put too much on it, I will crash this one also. And this is a Steve Brinster Star Destroyer, but came extremely overstable. Pretty hard to crash it. I can pretty much put a full rip on it with a little Anheuser, and it'll come back. So if I'm really ready to crush a flick, this is what I throw.